Welcome to episode 4, everybody. Today we'll be making some spaghetti with some homemade garlic bread. This spaghetti recipe is going to be really simple and it's going to be really quick, so that's going to be the main theme here. I do have another spaghetti recipe that's actually done in a crock pot, and it's actually a lot more simpler than this. So if you guys want that to see that episode, let me know and we'll go ahead and make that episode for you. All we're gonna need is some spaghetti. You can use angel hair. I love angel hair, but I'm gonna use traditional spaghetti just because this is a traditional dish, so I'm gonna be using regular spaghetti. We're gonna need some ground beef. I have 85% lean here. You can use different meats. I love Italian sausage, but this recipe I'm gonna use ground beef. And of course we're gonna be seasoning it. We have salt and pepper, of course. You should always have salt and pepper for pretty much every dish. And we're also gonna add some extra goodies in there. We got some basil. We also have some Italian seasoning. The Italian seasoning is just a blend of different Italian seasonings. There's parsley in there. I think there is basil in there too, and there's some other things. I highly recommend it. It's really good for spaghetti. So that's what we're going to be seasoning our ground beef with. For the sauce itself, we're going to be using just some regular tomato sauce. We're going to be seasoning it with our spaghetti seasoning mix. Now this is a spaghetti seasoning mix by Lawry's. But trust me guys, this is the best brand for it. For some reason, I just love it the best. And it's super cheap, so how about that? Now for the garlic bread, now this is where it's going to be fun. We're going to be using some baguettes. I love baguettes. It's probably one of the best breads out there. And all we're going to be doing is putting a good layer of butter on it. And then we're going to be putting a good layer of garlic paste. You can use minced garlic. You can use other garlic products. You can use garlic butter, which is a great substitute. We're going to be broiling that in the oven for a few minutes, and then we're all going to mix it together, and it's going to be really good. Also, yes, we are in a different kitchen. I am house sitting for my dad and stepmom, so that's why it's super nice. We're going to go ahead and start our spaghetti noodles. We're going to fill this guy up with some water. There's no real measurement for this. Just fill it up maybe halfway. Then we're going to throw our noodles in, turn the heat on to get a good boil, and then we're going to cook the noodles for about 7 to 10 minutes. We might do some testing throughout to make sure it's good enough to transfer to the meat. That's going to be that, and it shouldn't take too long. And we're going to season the water with some salt because I always do that. So now that the noodles are cooking, we're going to go ahead and throw our sauce together. I'm literally just going to pour it in this pan. Put the seasoning mix inside and give it a good stir. This is not too much sauce. I like my spaghetti very saucy, and also a lot of the sauce will be absorbed in the ground beef. We're gonna let that cook on a pretty low heat while everything else is cooking. So this is totally optional, but whenever I make spaghetti, I always drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the noodles after I drain them. We're gonna go ahead and get our ground beef going. I'm gonna pour some olive oil in the pan first, then we'll add our ground beef, then we'll season it up, turn it on medium high just to brown it. Then we'll flip it over and season the other side, which should only take about maybe 4 or 5 minutes on each side, and then we're going to mix it all together. We are going to make the garlic bread now. No, this is very exciting because I have 2 baguettes here, and what we're gonna do is cut them up into some good sized pieces. We're gonna spread some butter on it first, then we're gonna spread some garlic paste on top, then we're gonna throw it in the oven on broil for maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes, just until it starts to crisp up on the top. We'll take it out and we'll do our taste test for you. Okay, everything is done, and now we're going to do the taste test for you. Okay, the moment of truth, the taste test. Got my spaghetti, I got my garlic bread. I'm gonna try the spaghetti first. I'm gonna do the garlic bread and dip it in, and we'll see how that goes. So let's try the spaghetti here. Noodles look like they're done perfectly. The meat was cooked very well. Let's see how we did. Wow, that's really good. The noodles were done just in time. They're not overdone. The seasonings that I added to the beef, I highly recommend. You could just use salt and pepper if you wanted, but the basil and Italian seasoning really brings out a freshness, and it really tastes Italian, if that makes sense. It tastes like restaurant quality. So I highly recommend using those seasonings. If you want to add some more, please do, that's fine. The seasoning that I added to the sauce is also a major player in this. You can clearly taste the seasoning. Again, I recommend the Lawry's brand, because I personally think it's the best. So that being said, the meat and the sauce mixed together, all those seasonings are not too much, and it is absolutely delicious. Let me try some of this garlic bread. It looks really good, and it looks like I took it out the oven just in time. You gotta be careful when you do garlic bread, because it's very easy to overdo it. You only need it in the oven for a few minutes. Cheers. Wow. Please use garlic paste. You can use other garlic products, but this garlic paste has just enough flavor. The butter beneath it helps bring out the flavor even more, and the crispiness is perfect. Again, you don't want to put it in the oven for too long or too low. You want it crispy on the outside basically, and a little soft on the inside. And oh my gosh, with this sauce dipped in with this garlic, this is something that you can make and you should make. It'll take you no more than 20-25 minutes to actually make this. And again, you can just throw all this together in the same pot, put it in the fridge, and keep it there this will feed you for a good while. And if you're making this for a group, they will love this recipe, trust me. So thank you guys for watching. Please make this, and we'll see you guys next time.